Does no contact actually work? Man, oh man, have I covered this topic before. And the reason I'm covering it again is twofold. Number one, there are many new people on my channel who maybe haven't seen videos I covered over 3 years ago. And number two, there's an uptick on people on YouTube who are just saying, don't do no contact. They're taking out ads on different YouTube channels. Let's talk about no contact. Let's settle this once and for all. My name is Rory, this is The Love Chat, and if you would do me a kindness, like and subscribe, that helps my channel get in front of new eyeballs so that they don't get taken advantage of by those other people. So, no contact, first and foremost, is for you. No contact is not some secret manipulative tool to get an ex back. We're not supposed to do 30-day no contact, 45-day, 90-day, etc. What no contact means is that after a breakup, we take a period of time not speaking to our partner, meaning we do not reach out to them, we don't check their social media, we don't ask mutual friends about them, etc. And the reason that we do that is for our own mental health. After a breakup, our brain is trying to answer a million questions a minute, and it can get incredibly overwhelming on top of all of these never-ending questions to also consider the possibility that our ex may not ever come back, right? You're sad, and that's probably the number one concern going through your brain. No contact is something that we do to help our anxiety chill out. And the reason that we want to do that is so that we can act and be in a more attractive manner, both for ourselves, but for others as well. You see, during a breakup, one of the two parties doesn't want to be in the relationship, presumably, for most of the cases that I happen to coach. And since we can't make another person do something we want them to do, we can instead turn to no contact, focus on our own personal goals, and focus, most importantly, on controlling the things that we can control, rather than turning and focusing on things we don't control, like another person, or what they do, or when they'll reach out to us, or if they come back to us. By focusing on things that we do control, we increase our mental health, we increase our anxiety, and generally, the better our mental health and anxiety are, the better we will interact with the world, including our ex. So, while no contact is not a tool to get your ex back, at least the way that I have it on this channel, it does have a side effect of helping them miss you. Now, why is that? Well, simply put, because you're not there. And after a breakup, the very last thing we want to do, for most people, is to leave our ex alone because we are afraid that they will forget us. We're afraid that if we leave them alone, they're not going to want us back. They're going to forget how their emotions felt for us when they most wanted us. And so we reason to ourselves, I have to stay in their life somehow. I have to be their friend. I basically have to talk them back into being in a relationship with me again, as though relationships were some sort of logical debate, and if you could simply overweigh their reasoning with your own, then they would come back to you. But it's important to remember that romantic dating is an emotional thing, and so using endless amounts of logic and reason to try and overweigh someone else's emotions never works. Or if it does work, it works for small periods of time, and then they are still feeling the initial emotions that brought them to this place in the first place, and then they just end up leaving again. So no contact is for you to help yourself grow and focus on your anxiety, focus on your mental health, focus on your body, and just generally grow as a human and do healthy things for yourself. But it also helps your partner miss you. And that is not something we should focus on because it is not an outcome I can guarantee. And I only like to focus on outcomes I can guarantee, which is why I package no contact on my channel as a self-help sort of thing, rather than as a manipulation you can use on someone. It's not, because like I just said, we cannot guarantee that it will make them come back. We can't guarantee that it'll make them miss you. I can't guarantee that you guys will like and subscribe this video even if I ask, so I don't use those as metrics. I like to place the focus back on what I can control, and no contact is something that you can control. So, what they'll say is, no contact is stupid and it's going to push your ex away. If they broke up with you, that means you need to fight for them, right? They're going to brand it in such a way that always plays on your fears. And if you don't act soon, that means you're never going to have your ex back again, and you don't want that, do you? Right? You need to do something. And they're playing on those fears, hoping that you're in a vulnerable enough state that you sign up for their coaching service or their book or their program that you can download, further trying to indoctrinate you as to why you should break contact. Look, I'm going to say it right here and right now. Is no contact appropriate for every single situation? No, it's not, especially if you have children or if you work in a shared space, and I'll cover that fuller in another video. But in the majority, and I mean the vast majority, of the thousands of coachings I do a year, 95% of them should be doing no contact. Yeah. And it's for your mental health, because many of us, not all of us, and there's no way for me to make a video that will cover all of us, but for many of us, we have a tendency to use relationships to fill the missing areas in our own personal life. But relationships are not supposed to fill every area. They can fill some. They can fill a social area from time to time. Obviously, they fill a romantic area. They can fill a friend area. But many, many of us use it to replace instead of strengthen these areas. Your partner is not supposed to be the end-all, be-all, and as long as you have them, you're totally happy. No, they're supposed to be an addition to your already complete life, instead of being the piece that needed to complete it. And every time we use them as that missing piece, that thing I need in order to really be happy, we always, in the long run, develop an overdependence on them, and then it crashes and burns. So my whole pitch here is have a good life first, so that you can have a healthy, well-rounded relationship, instead of having a relationship in order to have a healthy, well-rounded life. Again, the idea is to strengthen what you already have, not replace it. So, these other channels, and I'm not going to name names, they hope to prey on you in your most vulnerable state. And notice that there's no coaching channels that just say, don't do no contact, and then you click in their about section, and there's no book to buy, there's no coaching service, right? No. They always do have a book. They always do have a program. They always do have a coaching service. And you could say the same thing here. But Rory, you're telling us not to do no contact, and you have a coaching service, and you have a book. You're right. I do. But I offer everything for free. Everything I do, minus a few extra videos on Patreon, is free. I go live every Sunday on the Love Chat YouTube channel and answer your questions for free. The only time I want you to pay is if you have questions that are not answered in these videos, or if you want private time. But these videos on other channels always save that last bit of information, with lines like, and if you want to hear more, click this link. They'll always use language that's designed to scare you. You're running out of time. It's not too late. You can still get your ex back if you do these things. And worst of all, if for some reason their advice failed, it was on you. It was something you didn't implement correctly. My friends, does no contact work? Yes. The way I have explained it in this video, it works perfectly. Back away. Focus on yourself, and if they come to you, they're in a much more receptive state to hear what you have to say. But if they've asked to be left alone, if they've broken up with you and they're being cold and rude, they're not in a receptive state right now. They don't want to hear what you have to say right now, and I know that hurts, and I know that you don't want to hear that. But we have to exist in a world of reality, because there's consequences to ignoring all of that. So, if you're listening to this video and it's helped you, do me a favor, subscribe and hit like. That's incredibly helpful for me, and it is just a reality of the ecosystem on YouTube. If you have questions and you would like to get them answered for free, I am live right now, if you're listening to this video when I released it, on twitch.tv/HiRory. And I have a live call-in where you can dial a number or type in a website and speak to me, even if you live outside of the United States, for absolutely free. If you would like completely private coaching with me for up to an hour, you can go to thelovechat.net/coaching, And if you've done coaching with me before, do me a favor and leave a testimonial down below if I've helped you, or if I haven't helped you. The purpose here is not to take advantage of everybody. The purpose here is to be open, honest, and non-manipulative. And that's our goal. And I like to think that we've done that here on this channel, that we've proven that you can make money and pay your bills doing the right thing. And the whole motivator, the whole reason I made this video is because I clicked onto one of my videos and was shown an ad that said, if you're doing no contact, you're never going to get your ex back, with some random shirtless dude walking on a beach. Because of course, that's relevant. So my friends, I'm going to end the video here. I hope this was helpful for you. Like I said, I'm live right now on twitch.tv/HiRory. If you have a question, feel free to call in that number and you can talk to me directly. If not, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care.